Hey fellas, good morning. I'm on my way to the turnaround point. A couple of things I want to talk to you about this morning, or just ramble on about. And when I do these talks, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just thinking about. I think about it, talking to myself. If I could just go back in time and speak to the younger me, I can't even tell you how different, better my life would be. But that would also mean it was different. So anyways, to the point is, had a guy come by and he's very disillusioned about, he was up for promotion and it was a family run business. They've been in business for a long time. And he did everything they asked of him. He was employee of the month and this and that and and all the rest of the stuff. Took the proper management classes and the rest of that. And instead of giving him the promotion, they gave it to their daughter-in-law, one of their daughter-in-laws. And was very, very unhappy. And the thing I told him is that you have to promote yourself. One of the greatest things about the United States is you can go into business for yourself. Now, many people, especially college students nowadays, they don't have any concept of being an entrepreneur. Or because they teach so much socialism in the universities and colleges that the institution is their daddy and provides for them, and the institution gives you a hierarchy and a ladder to climb. But still, and this is a cleaning company, they have a lot of contracts, and I talked to him about starting his own cleaning company, and I said, what do you guys really use? He said one of those gray trash bins that's on wheels to push it around in the halls of one of the big businesses. Basically, he needs... Anyways, being your own boss has a lot more responsibility than working for somebody else. But it also has a lot more perks. So, I'm going to see if I can... introduce him to a couple people. He said by next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, he'll have all of the equipment he needs to clean up office spaces. And I also talked to him about the insurance, because if someone lets you into their business while they're not there, you have to carry liability insurance in case they say you stole something or you broke something. So anyways, I'm on a little bit of a hill. Gonna try to help them out. I know a couple of companies. They're not big companies, they're little companies. But they're looking for somebody to do that for them at a reasonable price. So basically, the company he was busting his ass for, I mean, they didn't even give him a raise or anything. So he said he'll keep working there, learning as much as he can. And then by next Friday, we'll see if we can introduce him. I'm going to take him up to the country club. Told him to wear some nice clothes, because presentation is part of it. And just be honest about what you can do and the price. The other thing, sometimes that can frustrate you as an entrepreneur, is you have to put a dollar figure on your time, energy, and effort. You can't work for free, and you can't work at a loss, even if it's your only way to get the contract. So talked about that. He has enough money, and I talked to him about LegalZoom, about incorporating and the difference between an S and a C Corp. Anyways, or they have things called DBAs, doing business as, but that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. You have to sometimes promote yourself. And I always say, if you're ever going to take a chance, you should take a chance on yourself. You know what you can do. You know what you're capable of. And he's hungry. He wants to be successful. And a lot of these little operations here in and around El Paso, I also talked to him about, oh my God, getting a job, part-time job gig, starting out with, because he has a van, which that's what he would transport the stuff for the company in his own van. And I told him to maybe consider going and applying for a delivery job with Walmart as an independent contractor. Wow. Okay, maybe cats are a little bit better than that. Oh, good Lord. I'm almost to my turnaround point. Anyways, the other thing is accounting for tax purposes, for protecting yourself, and having a business plan. A lot of people have just absolutely stunning, great ideas, but they can never get them off the ground. And businessmen who are probably some of the most ruthless motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. So here we are. I'm at the turnaround point, banging on that, going back. They'll just steal your idea. So anyways, I'm getting off the subject. If you feel stuck and you think you're never going to get out of the position you're in, no matter how hard you work, you have to promote yourself. And that could be starting your own business. Please do not consider going into a personal trainer business. Good morning. Man, the bicycle people are friggin' hilarious to me. Let me get out of this lady's way. Morning, ma'am. Anyways, so that being said, I just hope, again, if you're ever going to take a chance, you should bet on yourself and take a chance on yourself. I would rather you give it a go and not make it. And there's so many write-offs. I mean, he wanted to be in there. He wanted to talk to me for like 30 minutes. He thought that's all he needed. And about 3 hours later, he was like, oh, there is a lot to it, but it shouldn't stop you. And it's almost like when we talked about momentum. Once you start that momentum going, you'll get to a point, what's called a tipping point, where everything will start falling into place, when things will start to make sense to you. So, love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can, you take care of yourselves. Stay in shape, dudes. It's important. I'll tell you another story before I let you go. I have a friend. He's 27 days younger than I am. His birthday's next month. My birthday's this month. And I'm trying not to make this lady uncomfortable. Anyways. But he stopped lifting weights. He stopped getting up early. He stopped doing sit-ups, doing push-ups. They're free. I mean, it doesn't really cost you anything to do that kind of stuff. And we went, he's in the Masters division like I am. And I folded him up like a cheap chair. It was crazy. Morning, sir. But all of those things change. I'm gonna sneak in here between the bushes so I don't become a hood ornament. And it's remarkable. You got to get off the couch. You got to figure out something that you're willing to do. And I was stunned. I used to get a hold of him, and he and I were about the same size, so we were always paired up. But I was just, anyways, I was mauling the guy. He just quit. He asked me, I'm not on testosterone anymore. TRT, I used to be on TRT, but I was fucking jacked. Anyways, push-ups, sit-ups, leg lifts, dips, deep knee bends, just whatever you can do. Get out and go for a walk. I do it early. I'm not used to seeing this many people this early, so anyways. You can, I think maybe just a couple of weeks of not doing anything and your body will get weaker. So that's something I did notice as I've been aging. So anyways, stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, take care of yourselves. Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas El Paso. Like a fart in a G-string, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.